Well, the problem is dropout in university context, but right now I'm gonna focus in just in Colombia. Okay, um, so let's say the schedule. So in the first place, I want to talk about my problem in general terms and some insights that will help us to understand it. Then I want to talk about the causes and effects of the problem, and finally I want to give a solution and conclusion. Well, the problem is that in Colombia, a lot of students drop out from their majors or desert of their majors for one other reason that we're gonna touch later. So the first insight or figure that I want to talk about is that in Colombia, 45 students don't finish their major. That is a terrifying figure because if I get in a major, if I get enrolled in a major uh, with, I don't know, with 100 students, um, if you think like a student, you will see that like the middle of people that get with you enrolled in a major, maybe um, they don't will graduate from it. For example, I'm studying industrial engineering, and I remember that in the first day of class, um, the teacher tell us like, uh, look your partners or yeah, look the other students that are in your side, and in the future you will see that only one or two of your students in your sites will graduate for this major. So it's a terrifying figure. Well, the next one that I want to touch is that each year the number of students who enroll in university decreases by about 50%. So for example, in this year, 1,000 of students get enrolled in university. The next year, and more or less 550 will get enrolled. And finally, if we compare Latin America with Europe in terms of dropout rate or dropout average, we're gonna see that well, in Latin America, we have a 36% of a dropout rate. In Europe, we're gonna take only a 24%. So maybe we can say that the dropout in Latin America it's a problem. It's a biggest problem than in Europe. Well, now I'm gonna talk about cause and effects of my problem. I have two big categories that are personal issues and economic or institutional problems or issues. So let's talk about personal issues. In the first place, I have familiar money issues, and I want you to think that your family is not in a very well economical situation. So that is a great problem, and why a lot of students stop their major. And that is the cause, and the effect is a debt, a lot of debt inside the family, or in the case that the student are paying their major, well, the student gonna have a big debt in their life. Other personal issues are depression, anxiety, alcoholism, and sickness, or maybe choosing a wrong major. So the effects of that causes are that students don't want to go to university. Well, the increasing of the dropout rate, and unmotivated students that continue their major but they are not happy in what they are doing. So it's sad. Well, and the other big category is economic and institutional problems. So I guess this category is a little bit more important because you can see these problems like in the society. So, for example, we have financiation problems, and in Colombia, there is not like a great system of financiation to the students because they have a lot of interest or a lot of debts that the families or the students need to to pay in a future. So, for example, if right now I don't have money to pay my major, but I want to study, okay, there are some institutions that gonna pay my major, but I will have to pay them back like 10 years more. So uh, it's a very dangerous situation for every person. Nobody wants to have a debt or to to have a debt of 10 years or something like that. Well, the other one it's inadequate university offer, but I'm here I'm referring to public institutions. So, for example, the Universidad Nacional in Colombia don't have a lot of offer in their university. So, for example, in a semester, 5,000 students want to get enrolled in one major, just like 100 of them will get it. So it's a very, very small percent of students that are wanting to enroll in that university that really get enrolled. And the other one cause is insufficient public budget. And we can say that in Colombia there's no like a great budget of public resources to the education and to the public education. So the effects of that is that the students who could not pay their major, or for example, I have an example for this. For example, I am a student who am studying in Universidad Nacional or in other public university, and in a moment I drop out. What happened with that money that the government invests in me? That money is lost. So the effect is loss of public budget. And well, a typical effect is that favor young people studying. Okay, now I'm gonna give a solution, and I want to give my solution according to the category, if it's personal issue or if it's economic institutional problem or issue. So the first solution that I have to solve a problem or personal situation is that the institutions must support each student, and they have to support them by or yeah, like with psychological help. uh, I guess that other solution could be motivational programs in their majors, financiation politics to the students, helping them to pay um, their major, or their study. And finally, I I guess that it's a very important thing to do. That it's vocational guidance programs from school, not in university. Because if this in the schools only or in the secondary schools, the students start, I don't know, knowing what they want or what is their vocation, maybe they will not choose the wrong major. And if we want to solve economic or institutional problems, we need to increase public budget to free education, invest in technological tools in the university, financing with low interest rates to, or that is looking to have, I don't know if I am gonna get debts in a future, maybe with low interest rates, maybe I will pay it in a less time. And the other one is gratuity policies according to the social stratum. So, for example, my social stratum is it's one. There must be like more helps to me to pay my studies or my major. And finally, better organization in the interior of every public university, in, like look into the level of matter between the departments inside each university, will be like the same or something like that, so that the budget will the same for every department at the interior of the universities. And well, that's my presentation. And in a conclusion, I could say that um, every person can give like their effort, try to fix this problem. But if we want to fix it real, we need to get united like a society, and we need to demand real solutions to our government. And yeah, we need to demand what we needed, and what we deserve as a society. Thank you. That's my problem solution um, video, and I really hope to. I really hope you to reflection about it, or think about it, and take your own conclusions. Thank you.